I started this video with this short story so you could see that the concept of money varies. I'm going to start with a brief history of money and then explain why I think that we are the money. Some researchers claim that money arose from various cultures and rituals of earlier societies. Objects of gold and silver were used in religious ceremonies as sacrifices and gifts to gods, priests, and priestesses. Now, other experts claim that money started with trade. Adam Smith, a Scottish philosopher and author of The Wealth of Nations, notes that the human nature has a propensity to truck, barter, and exchange, which is to be found in no other race of animals. The need and desire to exchange things is very much a human thing, he claims. Money came into existence because it was more efficient than bartering. The system of bartering was slow and cumbersome due to varying degrees of goods. Now, each person needed to validate the perceived value. Money was identified as the quicker and easier means of that special thing that would be accepted at any time in exchange for any article. Now, before coins were accepted, payment took many different forms, from wheat and barley to cattle. Now, cowrie shells have been used more widely and for longer than any other form of money. Researchers also state that 1,000 years after the people in China used cowrie shells as primitive coins, that the first type of money that we think of today was the gold and silver coins of 6th century BC. These were made by the Greeks in Ionia in the western part of modern Turkey. In Rome, coins were minted in the temple of a goddess named Juno Moneta. The origin of our words money and Monet. I think I pronounced that correctly. But anyway, so from these examples, we can conclude that money, as we know it today, has taken on many different forms and variations. Now, these payments, or these variety of payments, indicate that money can be whatever people will generally accept in exchange for other things. It has to be easy to exchange and accepted as money by others. Now, the history of money extends way beyond what I'm covering in this video, but I wanted to share just enough with you so you could understand the history of money and that money only has value when we say it does. With this said, how did I come to the conclusion that you are the money? Now, not show me the money like on Jerry Maguire, you are the money. Now, we looked at the past, now let's look at the present. In our culture, we work for money. We don't get paid unless we put in the hours or time, or if we own our own business, this would be providing some type of service or product to the customer. What you're being paid for is actually the value of what you do. If you showed up to work and just sat on your duff, eventually you'd be fired. Now, depending on the company, some sooner than later. If you own your own business, you don't get paid unless you deliver that specific product or service. Once you start delivering more value, your rate of pay goes up. Take, for example, the leaders of companies such as CEOs, presidents, and vice presidents. They always get paid more than their employee. It is our energy that we expend to produce the value that makes for the final outcome. We can use this energy in any form that we want. If we go to work for someone else, then we're limited in our pay in many cases, or you can work for yourself where you have unlimited potential. The same amount of energy is used whether you work for yourself or for someone else. Now, if you enjoy your job and you're happy with your pay, then great, that's awesome. Now, if you're tired of making peanuts, then it's time you learn the skills you need to start your own business. From this, I'm suggesting the energy you put forth to accomplish your job is the real value. Since it's you putting the energy in, then this is where I say you are the money. Money is energy. You are energy. Therefore, you are the money. You may have blocks that keep you from earning more money. Now you know that our form of money is actually arbitrary. This should help you shift your perspective. Our dollars and coins have value only because our society says it has value. There's a community in Maine that's using Maine bucks. They decide to use these because they all agree that the main bucks have value. Now, this system is not necessarily going to work in every community because there has to be a high level of trust. However, I believe this is a huge step in the right direction. Money as we know it today, creates a great deal of greed and competition. However, I don't think money is evil, but people can use money in destructive ways. I'm not here to argue that one should not try to get rich, anything but, because we are abundant and it sucks that people have a poverty mindset. The intent of this video is to illustrate that once you realize you are the value, your perspective is going to shift so much about money. So once you start increasing your level of energy and change your perspective on money, meaning that since you're the value, that it's not as difficult to get as you once believed, you're going to start attracting more of it in your life. It's a catch-22. You must first believe that you are valuable before the money will start flowing to you. To summarize, you get paid in your job or business because of the energy you expend and the value you bring to produce the results. Money is energy. You are energy. Therefore, you are the money. So shifting your perspective and instilling in your belief system that you are the value will open up new doors of creativity, opportunity, and abundance. Have a question or want to share a story? Please leave in the comments below. And thanks for watching and have an amazing day.